You, District Attorney Reisig. My name's Clara Nabity. I'm a Deputy DA here in Yolo County, and I can provide a brief explanation of the indictments which the court unsealed late yesterday. As District Attorney Reisig said, last Friday, a Yolo County criminal grand jury returned 2 indictments. The first is a 30-count indictment. There's also a separate 5-count indictment, and these are both for crimes related to the deadly explosions in Esparto, California last July 1st. The most serious charges are 7 counts of second-degree murder for each of the victims who perished in the explosion: Christopher Bocog, Neil Lee, Joel Melendez Jr., Jesus Ramos, Johnny Ramos, Carlos Rodriguez Mora, and Angel Voller. The criminal grand jury indicted 5 people for those murders: Kenneth Chi, Jack Lee, Gary Chan, Douglas Tollefson, and Samuel Machado. To briefly explain, the initial blast occurred on the eastern portion of the Machado property, and that's where the devastating pyrotechnics operations were consolidated. The evidence shows that that initial blast caused the death of these 7 victims. The criminal grand jury returned the indictment charging with murder the 5 individuals they believe were responsible for that initial deadly explosion. The indictment also charges multiple counts of felony conspiracy against 7 individuals. There is substantial overlap in the overt acts for the conspiracies charged. So I'm going to summarize together counts 8, 10, and 13. Those counts allege a decade-long conspiracy which turned the property of a former Sheriff's Lieutenant, Sam Machado, into the Northern California hub for an illegal enterprise that imports and sells illegal explosives on the black market. This is not a case just about fireworks. They are devices that have so much more explosive fireworks than the law allows that they can't be considered fireworks. They are explosives, but they were designed and packaged for consumer sales under private labels. The indictment identifies certain of these private labels: Beandejo branded devices affiliated with Kenny Chi, For the Streets branded explosives affiliated with Douglas Tollefson. Ron Botello's brands were Big Bully and Bad Dad, and Craig Cutright used the private label Double OG. The indictment alleges Kenneth Chi led the enterprise with Jack Lee and Doug Tollefson with the aid of Gary Chan. The indictment alleges Craig Cutright and Ronald Botello were part of devastating pyrotechnics, but that they focused on a separate company called Black Star Fireworks starting in about 2023, which also operated from the Machado property. Counts 29 and 30 are specific to the Black Star operation. The alleged overt acts in counts 8, 10, and 13 describe Samuel Machado's participation, included using his role as a trusted lieutenant to help shield the conspiracy as it expanded. And the expansion was significant. The indictment alleges the footprint of devastating pyrotechnics expanded from 13 storage containers on the Machado property in 2015 to more than 50 in 2025, in addition to a 5,000 square foot warehouse. Over those 10 years, the indictment alleges the illegal enterprise was able to import more than 11 million pounds of explosives and related materials. Approximately 1 million pounds were stored on the Machado property on July 1st, 2025. The indictment also describes overt acts related to licenses. The individuals charged, certain of them, did hold certain licenses issued by ATF and CAL FIRE. Not one storage container on the Machado property was licensed by ATF. There is no CAL FIRE or other license that permits the storage of explosives near homes and public roadways. There are additional charges in the 30-count indictment against the 7 individuals. They include charges for a dangerous workplace, unlawfully causing a fire, insurance fraud by Kenneth Chi, and charges of child endangerment, animal cruelty, tax fraud, and possession of illegal assault weapons against Samuel Machado. As DA Reisig said, the investigation is not over. We remain fully committed to pursuing justice for the victims, and we can briefly take questions.